Hello everybody, Andrew's back, and guess what? Another unboxing time after K9C3. I got this from the Amazon.com, and here I'm going to censor it. Boom! Guess it what's inside. Oh, oh my goodness, there's a. I know this. I noticed there's inside. What? Yes. Let's see. Oh yes, I got Xcalius X4 D55T817-S. So, as I say it about, oh crap, just I say it about, the front view of Xcalius X4 SlingShock package. We have the Beyblade of the same name going to toe-to-toe with a Wonder Bounty V4 in the Rail Rush system. And please excuse me about using the scissor cutting a bit, which is pretty so fine. And we have the blue tag. That means that Xcalius X4 is an attack type bay with a motif that says blue attack type Beyblade burst. That is like in the middle of just almost at the top part of that base, akin to and Cortex from the Crash Bandicoot series, because the 6 triangulars is sticking out, and on the top it's kind of like in a traditional fan look alike. And we also have here like upside down base designated for the stick legs, or maybe the stick pony legs. And on the back we got stats with the 11 attacks, 5 bursts, 0 defense and stamina, 7 weight and 3 agilities. And we have here is a SlingShock meter with the 3 bars of a power section and 3 bars of speed section. And we have here the energy layer like Xcalius X4 that can allows you to launch this bay as a right spin. D44, which is as known as 1 prime / 1 dash. And we have here the T817-S, in which only one material I'm going to talk about, since I heard and I talk about the Senki's Xcalius X4 review, and yes, it is aware to the Senki aka Josie Lomo's expressing disappointment that there's no metal on the 2 swords and 1 sword like a flat-ended material. That's what I talk about from the second part of my $50 Target gift card Beyblade Burst unboxing. Now it's time for me to open it. And please excuse me that this package is like a cramped like a flow folder. It's like a folded and bent like a folder. So we have here is a not so good SlingShock launcher, in which you will respect Elon's opinion about this launcher, because some of us big tubers doesn't feel comfortable because the grip the Hasbro made. Some of us may think it is a poor grip, and this is meant to be for the 8-year-old Beybladers. Yeah. And this is a ripcord, nothing special. And let's see the instructions to see what to do with the Xcalius X4 layer and S tip. So as I did a preview, you can slide the tab on S performance tip and activate the SlingShock mode by sliding the swords up. Then, if you wanted to activate the breaker mode, aka buster mode in Takara terminology, you can simply slide up and press it to lock back to the normal. And if you want to activate the breaker mode, you can slide the tab so you can push the sword outward. First, we start with the Sword S. It's a remodeled right after original sword performance tip, and yet, as a Senki disappointed about this performance tip. Plastic material is made to be for following two things, like sword performance flat-ended tip with a 6 flattering curve-like things on this performance tip. And also number 2, coincidentally there's 2 swords with 3 claws per sword. And I can tell that there's 3 claws on both swords, made to be the plastic material, just like a 6 curved protruded flat-ended tip. And we have a side view, which you can see there is like a side down 2 lightning balls centered with around this or from the top. And same goes to this on both sides. We also have a code number, just in case if my break in the future inside my house. And yes, we have a symbol. It's like a representing Excalibur sword. With an angle, as I get to the closer look. So we have here is the fish, the IE fishing on the sharp edge of the Excalibur, and there's a crack near to the W shape sharp edges or something, with the handle on the top. Hasbro has already set the Sword Dash S performance tip into the battery mode, with the sword performance tip exposed. It is because there's a tab on the left to be exposed, while the right side of a sliding tab is actually closed. So, because and that is why the sword that's why one sword on the left is like a down, and another sword is kind of up in the air. If you want to do SlingShock mode, you can slide this tab forward, and this is how it's kind of covers sword flat-ended tip, but imagine the height of a whole flat. And you can also play the two swords to expose the flat-ended tip. And also, we have the right side of a sliding tab exposed, leaving another side of a sliding tab of another. So here's the sliding tab on the right to be exposed, and leave the left side of the sliding tab to be covered and closed at the same time. Second component that we have here, the 1 prime, or you can call it a 1 dash or whatever you want. Coincidentally, there's the 1 Excalibur sword that is like bigger, facing downward, and we also have two additional fill-in areas with the ROM disc in the middle of the 2 additional lower swords. And on the top view, we can see there's a bar in the middle of the 2 hexagons areas, like a stretch like a tall person. Tall people. And that is in the middle of the 2 upper swords. Before I go over the Xcalius X4 quickly, here's what's on the back. 4 stars on his back. And on the back view of a 1 prime sword, on the back, on both sides, we have the flat areas on the back view of a 1 prime disc. And finally, we have here is Xcalius X3 layer with the golden outlines. Yes, with the golden outlines. Just simply golden outlines for 2 slope forehead like dragons with the 2 arrows between the uppers and lower jaws. And speaking of it, the golden arrow outline, there's a blue base on each back. In the middle of the sword, there is the letter X with two sharp edges like protrusions in the middle of it, two making it like a sticker base. It is where you can put the TT stickers on it just for the fun, but I'm not too sure that it is illegal to put the Takara Tomy on Hasbro turbo layers. And of course, not to mention the Switch Strike, not to mention Switch Strike layers and dual layers and single layers. There also the button you can push harder to activate breaker mode. This is what you want to activate to do the heavy impact. Just a little heavy impact. And we have it two triangular center with it two smaller arrows. And let's see the I feel it's called a cool enamoring. And let's see what happens if I use a Excalibur sword touches on my cheeks. I mean one of my cheeks. That's weird. As I get a closer look. Jeez. Speaking of Excalibur, we have I think we have a silver part made to be the letter X with a sharp edges. On top of that of empty mouthpiece without the eyes shown. Below the letter M helmet. And we have here like it with the outline in which I noticed, oh, it turned out to be the metal pieces on it. On the lower part of the Xcalius sword. And we have the golden base as well. And or if you want to undo this, there's a button right here in which you can press the sword up and press the button harder. So make sure the Excalibur's locks are on its position. In the meantime, there's a QR code so you can go ahead and scan it. Especially with the lower half seems to be flat, leaving the top view and both sides filled in. This is what I like about the Xcalius X4 layer. And in the middle, look at how it's so deep enough to set to the left chip to minimize the balance as we concern that the Xcalius X3 may be light as on the balance worse than the previous evolution Xcalius X4, whose design looks similar to this layer. So for Xcalius X4 layer 14.8 and even breaker mode. Same. Now for the 1 prime disc, 20.8 grams. Here goes a sword that's S. 5.7 grams. Same goes for the slingshot mode. I hope it's the same. Whoa, it's about the 5.8 grams. It's about a 1 gram difference between modes. And let's see how good the Xcalius X4 slopes are. I hope it's better be good. Oh, I noticed that like a Hercules H4 and a Bornese F4, the mechanism itself is too tight. I'm so proud of this, the way Hasbro distributed Xcalius X4. First, for the locked mechanism in the Xcalius X4 layer with a battery remote on its tip. 43.3 grams. Slingshot mode. Same. Now, starting with the slingshot breaker mode. Same. Now for the battery breaker mode. Wait, what? Same. Now for those of you who wanted to do the Xcalius X3 all 4 special moves in real life, from the breaker mode, you can slide the sword up and press in the button deeper to activate normal mode, and that is to do dual sabers in a real life with a plastic silver sharp edges aligned with the golden one. And also when you do the triple saber, you can press a button and set it into the breaker mode with a one metal sword aligned with a silver and golden swords made of plastic material. And also, you can flip the one dash sword, and you can have a one prime sword facing it downwards, and that is to do Catra Saber. Here's how it's improved. Boom. Here you can get in the breaker mode. That is counted with a sword aligned with a one prime sword, and also the edge of a sword that's as performance tip. And here's it. You can have a TT dagger frame to underneath and match it at 1 point, so you can get to the Penta Saber. So that's it for me to go over with the Xcalius X4 components and the weighting grams like seen. Thank you everybody for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this. See you later with more Beyblade Burst products. Bye bye. And do not forget to let it rip.